Hi, guys. Hey, guys, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Today is Sunday. Sunday afternoon, Joy Mewaka. The sun is out. Happy spring, everyone. Happy spring. It's the first weekend of spring. Ndio tunaingia spring. The last time I did the live, it was, I think tulikuwa in the snow bado. We were still heavily covered with snow. Yeah, it was a lot going on then. It was still cold, but now it's different. The sun is out, the weather is changing, rains here and there. Springtime comes after winter, and it's a season where the flowers bloom, rainy season, comfortable weather. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, and there's it's spring. The flowers are springing, the plants are springing out of the underground, and it's the time that we come out of hibernation. Winter time is when people go underground. They hibernate. They don't want to be bothered because it's cold. So you just get in the car, go wherever you're going, come out. But some people thrive in the cold season. Some people use that season to better themselves. So they go under for like 3 months. They come out looking different. They use that time for rejuvenation. So thank you guys for the live, for joining the live. If you're not able to join the live stream right now, you can watch it after YouTube has uploaded it. So today, I'm going to be answering some questions from you guys, both from TikTok and from YouTube. And it's going to be questions answered from the comment section mostly. Sometimes I'm not able to get to all the questions in time, and most questions are similar. So sometimes I'll do a video and answer them on TikTok in a video, or I will just do a video like this and just do a Q&A, answer the questions. So I posted a video about the Kenyan American home, how he got here, and he said that he used a student visa to get here. And somebody commented and said, his name is Hika or Haika. I have an interview scheduled for the 9th of April, F1 visa. My tuition and living expenses are fully funded by Empower financing. Hope I get that visa because coming to, I think, University of Delaware in August, inshallah. And somebody wanted to know if how they got the scholarship, and he answered that it's not a scholarship, it's a student loan. So Heka, if you don't mind, if you can give us more information, or once you get here, since you're coming to Delaware, you can give us more information about the process. I wish you all the best. Your interview is coming up on the 4th of next month. So if possible, once you get here, you can touch base and we can do like a conversation about the process and how Empower works. I haven't met anybody who has gone through that. He says it's not a scholarship, it's a student loan. So it helps you pay for school. That way you don't have to worry about the bank statement, which was the issue with the Kenyan American home, because his bank statement was only 15,000 Kenya shillings. That's very little money if you convert it. And by the grace of God, by faith and determination and just believing in himself, he was able to convince the visa officer, and he got the visa. So I wish you all the best on your interview coming up on the 9th of April, Hika. Somebody else says about the same story about the student visa. I went to, I think Tibina, I went to an interview to teach special needs kids. Let's just say I didn't get question number 2 because I gave such a response. So the response was from the Kenyan American home, and he was just giving the story. He was asked, what is the purpose of your visit? Because that's one of the biggest questions that people get asked at the interview. What is the purpose of your visit? And he said that he wanted to better himself. He wanted to come to the US, study accounting so that he can better his family and himself and get his family out of the cycle of poverty. And so that answer was convincing enough to a point where he didn't have to answer so many other questions. So Tibina says he had a similar experience, went to an interview to teach special needs kids. And let's just say I didn't get question number 2 because he gave a similar or she gave a similar response. So the biggest thing is when you go to a visa interview, I know for myself when I went for my B1, B2 visa, the first time I was denied the visa because I was very nervous. And it's natural to be nervous, but don't be too nervous to a point where you can't even remember the answers to the questions. You don't have enough preparation. You didn't bring the paperwork with you. You know what I mean? Like the documents that are needed. One of the documents that I was missing was the invitation letter, because mine needed the invitation letter. I know most of the time we say, oh, B1, B2 visas, sometimes they don't even ask for documents. It's how you present yourself and the confidence that you have in presenting your case. But for my case, I needed to have that invitation letter because I was invited by a company. So I needed that document, and for some reason, I'm not sure what happened in between. I didn't have that on my pile of papers. So the first time I was denied the visa. I didn't get it. So the biggest thing is to have everything that you need when you go for these visa interviews, to have things that you need, things that are required, things that you think that they might ask you, because you don't want to be asked for something and you don't have it. And then also to be confident. It's very important to be confident, to look them in the eye. I know in Kenya or in Africa, we have a tendency of avoiding eye contact. In America, it's different. Shying away from looking at a person's directly in the eye shows that you're hiding something and you're not trustworthy. So when you speak to them, look them directly in the eye, be respectful, smile, answer your questions appropriately, be precise. Don't go around the corner, what, be precise with your answering of the question. So everybody who is going for any kind of visa interview, be it DV lottery, be it F1, be it M1, be it K1, whatever visa that you're going for, we wish you all the best. And thank you guys for watching. If you're currently watching from wherever you're watching from, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Esther Gondwesh says, my visa was denied the day before yesterday. I don't know the reason. I had all the supporting documents. And that's the thing, especially she was commenting under the video on the B1, B2 visa. That's the thing with this. It's like you can have everything possible, everything, and it's still not your day. It's not your lucky day, because there are so many people applying for these visas, but only a handful of them can be issued maybe per day. So you can have everything, but that should not make you be, to be discouraged. Don't be discouraged because maybe that was not your day. Okay. All right, I'm reading the questions from TikTok. If someone has the documents when completing the DS 260, like school documents, and the documents are not attached, will it affect me? So they're asking if you need to upload your documents when you're completing the DS 260. I think it used to be the case before, but that is no longer the case, that you attach your documents. You need to list the documents that you're going to bring. Is it your school certificate? Is it Form 4, like the KCSE, or the 12-year proof that you've qualified for the minimum of the 12 years? Or is it your college degree? Is it your work experience? Is it your marriage certificate? Is it your birth certificate for you and your dependents? So, whatever it is, make sure that you're bringing that for the interview when you go to the interview. Original documents are acceptable, or certified documents. So they no longer upload them when you're posting or when you're submitting your DS-260. Make sure your documents are certified or they are certified or original. And then a lot of people commenting about the hosting video that I posted. I don't think we have anything else to talk about the hosting. I have explained to people on TikTok and on Facebook and on YouTube why it's not possible to host people. There are so many reasons, and we've talked about those reasons. It could be they're not able because of their financial position, or their preference, they like their privacy, or because they're already hosting other people and there is a limit to how many people you can host depending on the income, your annual income, and where you range on the poverty, that poverty line that the US puts. So if you're below that poverty line, first of all, you can't host. If you fall under a certain income range, you're only allowed to host a certain number of people. So it could be that, it could be their personal preference, it could be they've had horror stories about hosting and they don't want to be bothered. It could be so many other reasons. So yeah, lots of comments about why people do not like to host. There's a question from Abram T Business Center. Says, I applied my DV lottery last year. My question is, if I win this year and I decided to go alone and later come for my wife, will it be possible because I used my wife's name on the form? So if you already added your wife as a dependent and wife, children, if you have children, if you already did that, then you are required to bring them to the interview. If you're not able to do that because maybe you don't have enough finances, and we all know how expensive this process can be, because you have to do the medical, you have to do the visa application for each person. So if that's not possible, you can let the embassy know that you would like to split the interviews into two. Like you as the main applicant, obviously you have to go for the first interview. All right. Once you come to the US and you get comfortable, you settle down, you can go back and get your wife. They have to be here in the US within 6 months of visa issuance. So before the end of the diversity visa program for that year, they need to be here. Whoever is your dependent, be it your wife or your children, they all need to be here, usually within 6 months. So if you're able to come in here, do your work, settle down, get some money, or send them the money to do the medical or whatever else that they needed to do, then you can do that and they can follow you. But you need to be present at the port of entry. They cannot just come by themselves. You need to be present. You, as the main applicant, need to be present at the port of entry. They cannot just enter by themselves. Same case with Prof saying, hi, Lucy. Due to attend my DV interview together with my wife and son, but my wife is in Canada and can go together to the interview as it stands. What can I do? Same thing. They can apply to go to the interview in Canada. You don't have to be in the same country, in the same location. you can make those arrangements, but please give ample time. If you know that that's the situation, give yourself time, because by the time you communicate with these embassies, time is still moving. And we know that the DV program is unlimited. It has a time limit. There are schedules that you're supposed to meet. So if you don't meet those deadlines, you don't want to lose out on your chance for the DV. Shiko Thoithi, hi. Thanks for joining the live. How are you guys? Where are you watching from? So today we're just, it's the first weekend of spring here in the US, and the sun is out. So the moods are elevated. It's not winter anymore. So we are happy about that. Nobody wants to drive in the snow. Nobody wants to be freezing. We Kenyans, we are not used to that. No matter how many years you live here, no matter how many years, the people who live in the US, right? No matter how long you live here, unless you like the cold, me, I don't like the cold. So every time winter comes around, I am not okay. I'm not okay. But now the sun is out, spring is coming in, and our moods are elevated. So we are happy about that. So thank you guys for joining the live. I'm just answering some questions from TikTok and also from YouTube. So I applied with my husband and kid. Does the kid need to pay for transport? Yeah, you have to pay for everybody's flight tickets. You have to pay for everybody's flight ticket. Somebody says, I can't host myself. If I host you, you are under me. Kila info yako, I'm responsible for you. You commit a crime, I'm in jail. Or you come and you go to another city undocumented. So those are some of the responsibilities that come with being hosted and hosting someone. So like I said, it's up to you. That is a personal, hosting is a very personal decision. So if you want to host, if you want to take up all that responsibility, it's good to be informed of what the consequences are and how long you're supposed to be hosting this person. So, because even after they leave your household, you're still responsible for them up until, according to the regulations, if you did the affidavit of support for them, up until they get their citizenship, or yeah, until they get their citizenship, you're responsible for that person. So whatever they're doing, you need to be knowing what they're doing. Ama kitakuramba, what if they commit a crime like the person says, they're still under you. So that's why people don't like to host, and some people have now opened those businesses. So that's what they're doing, and they do it as a business entity. So you're coming in here, you're signing contracts. There's a structure of what you'll be doing when you get here, how much it is, what is the expectation, what are they helping you with? Are they helping you with the driving? Are they helping you with the job placement? Are they helping you with the housing? What is this? They stipulate, like, this is what we are going to help you do until you are on your feet, and this is the length of time that you're expected to be here, and this is the amount that you'll be paying. So it's not a personal, you don't even have to know the person. It's just a business that they're doing. So maybe you can check that out. You can look it up, see who are these people that are hosting. They're on TikTok, they're on YouTube. So just Google them, or just go on these platforms and find those people. And I understand it's a little bit more expensive than, being hosted for free, but it comes with a guarantee of, ukinifanyia mabaya, these are the consequences. So you're signing, there's something that you're signing. Okay. It's not like you can just come to my house and just do whatever you want and there won't be any consequences. Okay. Somebody wanted a link to something. I posted a video about, I was trying to fix my water heater thermometer wasn't working, the thermostat, it wasn't working. And I wasn't sure what was going on. So I went on YouTube and I was troubleshooting, and it got to a point where when I went to the panel, it looked so rusted that the wiring was so rusted. And at that point, I was like, hey, I don't want to electrocute myself. So I had to call an electrician to come and fix it. And then somebody said, how can you help me relocate for a job? I'm an electrician. I've done it. I will do it free of charge. I have my passport. What? Yani, you come on the way just to fix my electrical problem. What? Anyway, for this skilled jobs, right? Even if you have the qualifications back home, you have the experience. The thing is, when you get here, it's good to have that. It's good to have that as the foundation. But when you get here, you'll be required to do some kind of certification so you can get the credentials that are necessary for you to work. But if you already have those skills, that's a good thing. So let's say you come here with a DV or whichever visa that you use to get here, you can quickly find a school, a trade school, or a skills school that can help you get the credentials that you need, and then now you can find a job. But I don't think it's possible to just get a job using your skills straight from there if it's just the trades. If it's not one of those like major like engineering jobs, you know. So if it's something like plumbing, carpentry, and stuff like that, then you would need to get certifications and credentials to work here. So there is a question from Wangari. Oh, Wangari, I was gonna read your comment. Actually, I saw it. I saw your comment. I posted a video about a teacher that came to the US, and if that is one of your interests, if you're a teacher already in Kenya or somewhere in Africa, and you're trying to come to the US to be a teacher, there's a 3-part video that I've posted about teaching and coming to the US as a teacher. So make sure you watch that video. Her name is Mel. And yes, Wangari, I was going to read your comment, but now that you're here, her name is Melody Lavinia. She's a special ed teacher here in the US, in West Virginia. So if you want to talk to her, she doesn't have a lot of social media platforms, but she's active on TikTok. She's active on TikTok as Mel with a Kenyan flag. Let me see if I can put it here. Mel with the Kenyan flag, that is her handle on TikTok. So if you look her up, she'll be expecting your questions and she can explain more about the process. Although those 3 videos are very intensive and they are step by step of how she was able to come to the US as a teacher. Somebody asked, I posted a video about the top 5 highest paying states for registered nurses. And somebody asked, how long does it take to study for a registered nurse in the US? So different people use different ways. There are different ways that you can get your registered nurse. For me, I went through the long process, which is I started as a CNA, certified nursing assistant. So I did that for like 3 years. Then I went and did LPN, licensed practical nurse. That took about 1.5, 2 years to do. So I completed that and I worked as an LPN for a while, for a long time, actually, for a very long time. And then I recently went back and did associate's degree in nursing. So you can use that process, or you can go straight from high school and start doing the classes for the RN, and that takes about 4 years. So in Delaware, we have Delaware Technical and Community College, which you have to do your LPN first and then do your ADN if you want to do that, and then your bachelor's degree. or you can go to Delaware State University and do the 4 year, or University of Delaware and do your 4 year. So it depends. It depends on which channel which direction you want to take. All right. So there's another video that I posted about the fear of failure and why we are our worst enemy when it comes to making decisions about our lives. Fear of failure and the importance of being silent in our plans. So when you're making plans about your life, whether you want to make your life better or whether you have goals that you're trying to achieve, a lot of people go underground so that they can come back up, like the rise of the phoenix, or because they don't want outside noise interfering with their goals and the focus that they're trying to do. And True Kenyan said, it's analysis paralysis. If you've done your SWOT, and SWOT is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. If you've already assessed the situation, then take that leap and silently move ahead. A lot of times we tend to consult. It's like, oh, wacha niambie so and so about my plans, ndio nione atasemaje. It's like we are looking for validation or something like that. And he said it's unnecessary over analysis, even after doing a self-SWOT. Self-doubt becomes the enemy of progress. Moving in silence is truly fundamental, right? So I don't know why we just hold ourselves back. And True Kenyan said, I have found that the fear of fear itself can be managed. If you prepare to face those fears, courage will find you. It's not a guarantee that the fear will not consume you. However, it will be if you are unprepared. So it's okay to be afraid, but don't let fear paralyze you. You know what I mean? If there's something that you want to do, we only have one life to live, and we don't have a rehearsal in this life. So whatever it is that you want to do in life, just give it a shot. Give it a shot, and see what's the worst that can happen is that you are going to fail. And from failing, you learn. And when you learn, you go back to do the same thing. You now have a different outlook of the things that you need to change to be better or to succeed. So under the video, today I'm just reading your comments, different comments from TikTok, from YouTube. So different comments under the video about teaching in America with Melody. Lavinia, she's a teacher who came to the US through teaching, and you can watch that series of it's a 3-part video if you want to know how to come to the US as a teacher. Rosemary Wangeshi says, thanks for this information. Very informative. I'll be back with a testimony someday soon. So Rosemary, if you're in the process, all the best. All the best. Come back and tell us. Tell us about it. Pauline Kifefe. This series was quite very interesting. Thanks, ladies. At Lucy, kindly bring more series on different careers, pathways, visas, etc. So if you've come to the US through different channels, you can, reach me out. I put my email address, lucymwangiusa@gmail.com, and you can let me know. We can organize an interview. We can talk about how to come to the US. We can share the information, because information is power and we don't gatekeep. So if there's a way that we can share the information, then this platform is for that reason. So anybody who has come, I know it's a lot of us here, Africans from different parts of the continent, and coming to the US using different methods. So if you'd like to be a guest on this show and you want us to talk about the process of how you came to the US, and also just life in the US, feel free to send me an email and we'll organize how to get on the platform. 1:27 p.m. Central. Huh? Is that the time where you are? Rudy Fern with Autism Homestead. Uko wapi? Where art thou? Okay. By the way, before we move on, Wangari, here's your comment. I found your comment. You were asking, how can I connect with this teacher? I'm a teacher and I'm interested. And I did tell you to reach out to her through TikTok. Her name is Mel on TikTok. I wanted to give a shout out to John Daniels 254. He's a YouTuber in the UK. Congratulations on reaching 1,000 subscribers. YouTube sio mchezo, by the way. You think that when you start a YouTube channel and you're like, me, I'll just go quick. I'll get viewers, I'll get subscribers, I'll get 4,000 watch hours, like nothing. Man, it's not easy. It's not easy to come back and be consistent and find content topics that will give value to people and keep coming back even when you're not getting enough views, even when people don't comment on your videos, even when you feel like you don't have the energy. So John Daniels 254, congratulations. You guys go watch his I'll link his video, his YouTube channel here later. But he's a brother from another mother. John Daniels, congratulations on reaching that milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Help him get to 4,000 watch hours. You kama umefikisha 4,000 watch hours, but just watch his videos. He shows us the UK. He tells us about life in the UK. So please support him. Congratulations, John Daniels 254. Congratulations. Wacha nione kama kuna maswali zingine hapa. Let me see if there's any other questions. Do you guys have any other questions over here while I get back to TikTok, see their questions? Yeah, starting a YouTube channel is not the problem. The problem is maintaining the channels, maintaining the consistency and coming back day in, day out to put in new content that people are willing to watch and is giving them value. So the issue is not starting the channel. The issue is maintaining the YouTube channel. So everybody who has a YouTube channel or who is thinking of starting a YouTube channel, just be sure to show up. You got to show up. Just like we show up for our 9 to 5s or whatever days that jobs that we do on the daily, is the same thing. We got to show up every day. Every day. It said there's a when I watch Think Media, I watch CEO's DO's, what is it called? Diary of the CEO. Yeah, Diary of a CEO. I watched that British guy with the nice accent. I watched that a lot. And the thing that they say is just keep posting, even if nobody's watching, just keep doing it, because one day somebody will be looking for your content and it will be a question that they need an answer to. And who knows, that will be the video that, helps you get out there. So no matter what's going on with the analytics or with the viewership or whatever, just keep posting your content, believe in yourself, keep doing what you do. Mariam asked, I have a question, please. Is it better for someone to learn driving in Dubai before relocating to USA? Because learning driving in Dubai is around $3,200 US. So what I would say is, if there's a way for you to learn how to drive, and I know it's different here, we drive on the right side Ndio. Here we drive on the right side. Me, I'm confused. We drive on the right side, and Kenya, we used to drive on the left, or is it the other way around? Either way, it's the opposite. So at least if you have the fundamentals of the driving, that's okay. So I'm not sure how much it is to do a driving course here. You can look up on whatever state that you're trying to go to. I was taught how to drive by my host, but I had like a background kidogo back home of driving. So that helped a little bit. I already had a driver's license, but I wasn't driving all the time. So you can temporarily use your driver's license from your country. I think is it 3 months or 6 months? Yeah. And then while you're learning how to drive here and while you're trying to get your permits and your learner's permit and your temporary driver's license and stuff like that. So it's advisable if you're able to learn driving from wherever you are, then that's okay. Zablon Nyonje, can my family join me later if I don't have enough financial muscle to pay the ticket? If yes, how long? Yes, they can join you later. You have to notify the embassy that they'll be joining you later. And then you have 6 months from the visa issuance to go get them. All right. Oh, talking of Dubai, by the way, guys, I have perfumes from Dubai. Let me just throw that in there. I don't know if you can see them. So I have these perfume oils from Dubai. So if you're interested, you can DM me on TikTok or on Facebook or Instagram. So these are like oil-based. They don't have alcohol. They don't have alcohol in them. They smell so good. They last all day. They don't stain your clothes. So I have a variety of them. I have some for males, some for females. So if you want to gift anybody, you can just DM me and I will send them to you. If you're in Delaware, I can deliver it to you. If you are somewhere else in another state, only in the US, by the way. If you're in another state, then I can just ship it to you. They are $30 each and it's 20 mLs. They smell so good. They don't have any alcohol in them. They don't stain your clothes. This black opium is the bomb. This is really good. This is really good. They're, like I said, they don't have any alcohol in them. They don't stain your clothes. They don't, this is the one I have on right now. This one right here. So it's luxury perfume oils from Dubai. If you want to gift somebody, this is how you just sprinkle a little bit on your hands. And then a little goes a long way. And then you just dab it. You just dab it on yourself. You can put it on your hands, on your hair. You can put it on your clothes like this. And it lasts all day. It lasts all day. They're very, very, they're 20 mLs. Like I said, $30 each plus shipping if you're not in Delaware. If you're in Delaware and it's somewhere that I'm able to deliver, I can deliver it for you. So that was just a by the way. By the way, luxury perfumes oils from Dubai, 20 mLs, $30 each. Niko na za wanaume na wanawake pamoja. For male and females. Male and females. Sawa, tuendelee na show. That was just a plug for perfumes if you want some. Daisy Laboso anasema, hi Lucy, I'm coming soon. All right, welcome, welcome. If you are planning to come to the US na umefika Delaware and you want to hit me up, you can hit me up. I would love to meet you. Okay. Any other questions? Most of these comments from TikTok were just people just aggravated because I don't host, and they were angry because I'm not hosting. Like, you are hosted. How come you can't host? Somebody said, ask them courteously, how many host people in Nairobi from Geshagi? And you will find many don't like it. Oh, like people coming from Ushago to Nairobi. But when Nairobi, you guys don't like to host them with people from Ushago. So it was the same concept. Alikuwa nauliza, waulize wanaohostigi watu wa Geshagi wangapi? Montrez Montgomery. Hi, Lucy. Since you're living here in the US, have you ever went back to Kenya to visit your family? Did you ever take your daughter there? Yes, I went back home last year. Before that, had stayed for 12 years. I am embarrassed to say that, but sometimes life happens and you're not able to go. So I went back last year and I took my daughter for the first time. It was amazing. Actually, there's a video that I posted today. I'm trying to teach my daughter how to speak Swahili. So we went last year. We did videos. I have posted videos about our trip to Kenya, and she gave us her opinion of how she enjoyed it. It was really good. It was nice of her to meet her family. So it was a really helpful, healthy meetup. She was happy to meet everybody. Actually, we had a family reunion there at home. So it was very, very nice. Yes, she has been back there. I want us to go more often. Thank you for your question. What about you, Montgomery? Where are you? Are you in the US and have you been back home? And then somebody asked, does Delaware have high expenses? Compared to the national average, we are not too bad. And then we don't have sales tax. So we do enjoy that. When we go to other states, we are like, guy, why should I pay sales tax? When you buy something, sales tax means when you go to buy something, let's say you buy milk for $3. Then they say you have to pay, gee, how much percentage tax? We're like, no, we are not used to this. We are not used to this. We don't want to pay taxes, sales tax. But so no, Delaware, we don't have sales tax. Amos Kagombe, ako wapi mrembo? Ai, Amos, nimeweka video, nimepost video leo. Nimepost video leo. Nilikuwa nimemwambia kuja live, sijui alienda wapi. But hopefully we'll have another live session with her. But I've posted a video of me and her I'm trying to teach her Swahili. So make sure you watch that video. Is posted today. Purity Mageto. Hi, Lucy, watching you from Canada. Sasa, stories of Canada. How is Canada? You know, huku kuna nini? Kuna jua sahi. The sun is out. We are so happy. Canada snow imeisha. You guys, what's going on there? What is going on in Canada? Thank you for watching us from Canada. Is it a must to have a host? Thoko Kandaya is asking, is it a must to have a host? So many questions on TikTok about hosting. Well, if you can, okay, here's the thing. When you go to the embassy, they want to know exactly where you're going to live in the US. They need an address, they need contact information, they need a name. So that's who they call the host. If you're able to finance that, then that's fine. If you're able to find somebody's to give you the address and contact information, but a lot of people don't want to just give random people that they don't know their address and their contact information. You know what I mean? So yes, most of the time they want to know where you're going, and that can be a qualifying factor to whether they are going to give you a visa or not. Okay. Oh, wow. So somebody's asking, Wanjiko Wambogo is asking, when I win and I travel with my 4-year-old who is a school going child, how do I go about enrolling him in school and how soon does that happen? So it depends on when you arrive in the US. Mostly it doesn't take long, especially if you're a green card winner, because makaratasi, like papers, are processed quickly. So depending on the time for the school year, if the school year has already gone so far, you might have to wait. The school year here begins in September, up or August. Depending on the school district, it could be around end of August, up or beginning of September. So if you come in like so late in the year, they might ask you to wait. But if you come in at a reasonably early time, you might be able to enroll your kids to school. So many questions about host, man. Hi, did you apply for a visa by yourself or did you get assistance? So you can apply for a visa on your own, or you can ask somebody else to help you. The thing is, when you're completing these forms, be it the DS 260 for the immigrant visa application, like for the green cards and stuff, or the non immigrant visa application form, the DS 160, make sure you know what they are writing for you. Hata ukienda hapo cyber, when you go to the cyber and there's somebody applying it for you, make sure that you're the one feeding them that information and you're actually there watching to see what they are putting in. And then, if possible, make a copy of that, print it out, keep a copy for yourself, so that when you go to the interviews, you already know what the answers to those questions are. Don't be blindsided. Don't, because some people can put their own information there. So please be careful. Montrez, I'm here living in North Carolina. I was in Nairobi in January and I was surprised how well developed it has become. Maze? Yes. So can you imagine how I felt or my shock when I went after 12 years? Yeah, that was eye-opening, especially Nairobi. Maze, some places I couldn't remember, Sikuwa nakumbuka where some places are. Everything looks so new. Yeah, it was amazing. The malls, Two Rivers, Sarit Centers, wapi. Hey, it was nice. It was nice to see the growth. Purity. Hapo kwa hiyo swali ya school, wangu pia anaongea Kiswahili na plan kumleta Canada. He's 5. Do you think atakuwa na issue ya language? So if they already, the thing is, if they already know Swahili, then just keep talking to them. Keep talking to them so they don't lose that. The other thing is, so are you saying that they don't speak? Does he speak English at all? Because if they already speak English, then they will just continue adapting to the accent. Because sababu kids adapt quicker, they adapt faster. So if he's speaking English and Swahili, then just keep nurturing him to keep talking Swahili. I know in the beginning, Kizungu hapa itamsumbua kidogo because their accent is a little bit different, but it doesn't take kids long to adapt. I don't know if that's what you're asking. Are you asking about the English or what? American English is different. Is it different from Canadian, the accent? Canadian accent iko aje? But I know it's both of them are different for us Africans. The Americans sound different. When you first come, that was one of my challenges when I first came, is like, what? I couldn't understand a thing they were saying. So I had to listen. I would listen, I would translate it in my head, and then I would answer myself in my own language, in Swahili, for example, and then I would translate it and then answer the question. That takes forever. They're like, why are you not answering? Yeah, because I'm processing what you just said. Aureen, which documents do they really need when you're going for an interview? And Do I need to put my passport on the phone or what? Wait, what? And also, do they provide transportation? How much is the visa to the US? Okay, that's like a three-part question. So for the documents, it depends on which visa. So for example, for the B1, B2 visa, the biggest thing they want to see is that you can prove that you have ties to your home country. That could be you have family back home, you have property, you're in school, you're married, you have children, all that, right? And then be confident, be like precise when they ask you the questions. What is the purpose of your visit? Have a strong reason why you're visiting the US and why they should give you a visa. Okay. If it's something like student visa, so know your stuff, know the school, know stuff about the school, know stuff about the state that you're going in, know the reason why you chose that particular major, why it's going to help you, because an F1 is not, it's not like you're moving here forever. You're just coming here for school, and then you're supposed to go back home and help the country, with whatever you've learned. So are you able to prove to them that, yes, I'm going to learn this thing and then I'll go back home and help with either create a business or continue like improving my business or whatever it is, and then have your documents, I-20, obviously, have the bank statement, and answer the questions appropriately. And then if it's the DV lottery, of course, have the qualifications. They will need to see your education qualification, the certificates for the high school. If it's a degree, they want to see that. If you said you are married, they want to see the certificates. If you said you're a widow, they want to see the death certificate. If you're legally separated, they also want to see the court papers. Birth certificates for you and your dependents. What else? Mostly those. If you're qualifying by work experience, they want to see if that particular work experience qualifies you for the DV. So those are just some of the things. And then just know your DS-260, the questions that you completed, just know the answers, because they'll be reading those questions on the computer, and they're asking you similar questions. You know what I mean? So yes, so that's, and then the visa application fees, they change depending on the visa. So just look up on dvprogram.state.gov or travel.state.gov. They will give you the latest fee structure for different visas. And then they do not offer transportation. They do not offer transportation, so that is on you. They're not going to give you a green card and then give you give you the transportation. You know what I mean? So yeah. So those are the answers to your three questions. Purity Mageto. So wait, he's not speaking English, anaongea Kiswahili too. What? So I think that he has to know some English. He has to know some English because we get taught in English. The schools here are taught in English. When are you expecting to bring him? Because you can start tutoring him English. Is it possible, Purity? Like, what can you do to start establishing, some English learning for him, so that when he comes in, he's not thrown off, sana? Montrez, I want to move Nairobi. It feels like I'm right at home. Oh, you had to move. You want to move to Nairobi? Okay. You want to move to Nairobi. When? Like relocate completely? By the way, you guys, what do you think about that? like staying here for a while and then relocating back home. Some people are like, no, don't do that. Some people are like, no, I can't relocate because all my life is here. I've already established myself here. And when I go back home, I'm going to have to start from scratch. What do you guys think about that? Purity, ukiwa Canada, and, Montrez, North Carolina. How long have you been in the US? And what strategies are you going to use when you go back? Because I feel like it would feel like you are isolated, because wale watu ulikuwa unajua, the people who you used to know wamesonga. So I don't know if you guys still maintain the friendships that you had back home. I'm not sure. And the dynamics of the friendships might not be the same, So unless maybe you still kept the lines of communication and you're still in tune with what's going on back home. If you haven't been in the US, if you've been in the US, for example, for like 20 years, and you haven't done anything back home, so there's nothing like really connecting you back home, and then one day you decide, hii mwaka mi narudi home, I'm going back home this year, I think it would feel that it will feel like you have to start all over again, right? That's what I think. What do you guys think? Montrez, I work remotely in cybersecurity and I can be able to do that. Okay. Yeah, the goodness of working remotely is that you can be anywhere. Yeah, you can be anywhere and still get paid in dollars and still continue living your best life. Because when you compare the cost of living, if you're getting paid in dollars and you're in Nairobi, that's the best life. Sindio? If you're in Kenya or you're somewhere in Africa, obviously, because the dollar is stronger. If you're making money in dollars and you're living there, so you see that, it might be easier. It might be easier. Because what happens is we get paid in high dollar amounts, but then the bills are so high. So let's say, for example, you decide that you will buy a house, right? And even if you don't pay for the house itself, Maze, even if you're renting, it's still up there. The rent is still up there. I'm yet to see a state where rent is so cheap. Every year rent goes up. Rent goes up, mortgage goes up. So you get paid this money, but then you turn around and do a budget. And by the time you look at your paycheck, that's why a lot of people start their own hustles, side hustles. They do businesses, they do multiple streams of income, because just depending on the paycheck has proved that it's not enough anymore. So yeah, good luck, Montrez. When are you going? Niweke kwa suitcase. Put me in the suitcase. I wish you all the best as you relocate. Back home. I had a lot of that. There was one video that I had posted Kitambo, I think 2 months ago, and I had a lot of comments from people who are saying that they are tired. They are tired of being here. Most West Africans, most of them were West Africans, some Kenyans here and there. They were talking about how tired they are of living here, paycheck to paycheck. And people were strategizing on how to go back home. Some of them had businesses. Some, like Montrez, they work remotely, so they were able to they're able to do that. So they were giving themselves, some are giving themselves like a year, 2 years, 5 years, and they were calling it the exit plan. They wanted to go back home so badly. So yeah, it's possible, it's doable, but I think we just have to plan and know how we're going to be making income. Some people say, I'm just gonna go and wait. I'm gonna relocate when I reach, what is the retirement age now? Is it 57? No, 67, not 57. When they reach the retirement age and you've been paying your social security tax or whatever fees that we get charged every 2 weeks for social security, you are entitled to getting a certain amount of money every month. So some people are saying, when I retire, I'm going to go back home and I'll just be receiving my social security checks and not, I don't have to worry about paying. But then who knows? Who knows whether we'll still have that money the way the government is going nowadays. So I think it's up to us to just save money for retirement and don't entirely depend on the government. What? Thank you guys for sticking around for the live. We are at 1 hour right now. If you don't have any other comments or any questions, I would like to end the live. Once again, make sure you follow John Daniels 254. He has recently reached 1,000 subscribers. Support new channels, support new YouTubers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for 16,000 subscribers. I appreciate that. I don't take you for granted. So if you don't have any other questions, I wish you a great week. Thank you for supporting my channels. And don't forget to let people know that I'm selling luxury perfume oils from Dubai. So inbox me on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, and I will let you know which ones I have and I'll guide you through getting them. $30 each, and they're 20 mLs. They don't have any alcohol in them. They last all day long. They smell marvelous. So if you want to gift somebody or if you want to buy some for yourself, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great week. Thank you for watching my live today.